watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting night. And tonight, it is road racing here in the TNR series on Ghostfire Media. It's Randy Pepper alongside Nick Adams. Nick, are you ready for some road racing?
I am. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Watkins Glen, New York, where everybody has a lot of fun. Everybody goes out there and they try to do their best. And, you know, normally you see a little bit of calamity down in turn number 1. That's what we expect tonight here, Randy Pepper. A lot of calamity in turn 1 at the start of the race. Probably a lot of calamity throughout the evening, actually. I mean, Watkins Glen is not one of those road courses where it's a boring race. Most of the time you get a lot of action, especially up through the first set of S's and down into the bus stop.
Yes, you do. You get a lot of action. That little bus stop thing usually collects a few souls along the way, I would say.
Yeah, Watkins Glen is one of the shorter road courses we run here in the NASCAR series. And once we get into qualifying, once these guys get into their actual qualifying laps, we'll run on board with one of them, and I'll talk you around the Watkins Glen International Raceway. What's great about Watkins Glen is that, I mean, you can sit here, watch this beautiful race from one of the 7 suites that are around the racetrack, one of the 100,000 seats, or from your camper with a bottle of wine.
Really? That's where we're going tonight?
Yeah,
bottle of wine?
Bottle of wine. There are 7 suites at this racetrack. Did you know that?
I did not.
There
I
are
have
7
been
suites.
invited to this track, but I have never been.
There are 7 very nice suites around this racetrack. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go on board the number 15 of Matt Grenier. So you come out of that final corner, you come down the front stretch here. Long front stretch all the way up into 4th gear. Hard on the brakes, the 300 sign. You can give the throttle a little bit of a blip as you go down into that first right-hander. Come up all the way over these wonderful rumble strips. Excuse me. Up through S curve number 1 to your right, which is turn 2. Turn 2. Now to the left, which is turn 3. And then up here to turn 4, which is the second of the right S curves. And then full throttle down the straightaway here. We'll get into 4th gear again. Hard braking once you see the 300 sign once again. You're going to hit this curb here. Quickly turn left. Pop the curb again. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'm sorry. That's 5, 6, 7, and 8. You come into turn 9. Again, folks, they say like this track has 7 corners. NASCAR's wrong. This has like 12. We come through turn 10 here. Down the straightaway into turn 11, which is the hard left-hander. Turn 12 will be your final corner of the evening. Get used to me calling these corners these numbers, guys, because I actually get these ones right all the time. I am very religious on 12 corners at Watkins Glen. I don't care what you say.
He is, folks. Trust me, he is.
And then down past the Go Bowling sign, and that's a lap of the Watkins Glen International Raceway. with a pretty talented road course racer, Matt Grenier, who's actually 5th fastest right now. There's a lot of pushing you can do at this racetrack. And we'll go on board with Austin Reedy, who I think is going to be my pick for the pole here this evening. We'll go on board the dashboard camera on Austin. You're going to hear just how much throttle control he's having to use around this racetrack. He's on one rumble strip there, on the second one rumble strip through turn 3, then back onto this rumble strip through turn 4, past the spotter stand where Dale Jr. sits when he calls these races, down into the tunnel turn. So that's turn 5 right here, 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. And then right here into turn 9. No, I'm sorry, this is turn 10. I did it again already.
9.
Hard down the backstretch, right off to the wide out of that beautiful right-hand curve. Into turn 11 here, which is a hard left-hander. There used to be a bunch of grass out there and gravel. Now it's a big runoff area. To the left you go to set yourself up to go to the right into turn 12, get on the rumble strip, and then come out onto that further rumble strip all the way out near the wall. And that's how a road course ringer does it, Randy.
And was he fast enough to win the pole? He's
2nd fastest, a 113.18.
Yeah. Benson right now.
Yeah. Right now it is Kyle Benson. Johnny Benson would be proud. Joe Sanchez now into the tunnel turn with that Paul's Super setup shop machine.
Look at that.
That's a beautiful paint scheme.
It looks good.
I know it's just flat black with white and red lettering, but sometimes the most basic looking paint schemes can look amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Gets off the course a little bit there. But he's flying. There's no doubt about it. Joe's trying tonight. I'm interested to see which one of the...
Oh, big tank slap on the exit of the corner. Yeah, he was trying. He was definitely giving it her all.
I want to see who's the road course ringers in this field.
It'll definitely be interesting to see.
Yeah, is Roy Rogers going to be any good? Do we know that?
I'm not sure. To be quite honest,
he didn't take any practice. He took no practice.
Well, he's not on the track currently yet either. But there is a while left here in qualifying. We'll watch Michael Newbrow as he completes his first lap, begins his second lap. Michael jumps himself up to P21 with that lap there. The top 20 on the left-hand side of your screen.
I have to apologize for our my broadcast colleague. He's dealing with a little bit of that triple pandemic thing or triple demic. He's
yes.
kind of trying to get over that.
I actually am. It's not fun.
Yeah, so you have to bear with him, folks.
And Michael Newbrow from Elria, Ohio, part of the wonderful Drinking Brothers Racing team. Down the long back straightaway. Ran a 1:16.7 on his first lap.
If I was going to say that Michael has the perfect face for Drinking Brothers Racing, I mean, he's a poster child. With that mug like that, got the hat backwards, the whole nine. I can see in the middle of the woods sitting by a campfire drinking ice cold beer.
Hold on 1 second. I got something for you, Randy.
Oh, boy.
So, if you're a friend of Michael Newbrow and you want to have a conversation with Randy Pepper for his comments there a moment ago, you can find him Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays and 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Fridays at 1672 Ridgewood Ave in Holly Hill, Florida at the Guitar Attic.
Right in the middle, Redneck Central.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. You can get a hold of me. Come on, let's go have a beer in the middle of the woods. It wouldn't be like the first time I've done it.
I don't even want to. No.
I am from Florida, dude. Remember, I'm from Florida. We like to go out in the woods and shoot our guns and drink a lot of beer and have a good time in the woods. That's for sure. Done it many times. So, any of the drinking brothers want to invite me? I'm ready to go. Let's go. I'll just look a little funny, but trust me, I'll hang with you.
Randy, you're used to looking funny.
Absolutely. It's all a trademark. That's all it is. Are we almost done with qualifying here? How many guys do we have left?
We have a minute left. That'll be the end of qualifying right there. That last driver we just saw will be the end of qualifying.
See, we don't have time. Takes longer than 1 minute to get around this track.
Did you just yawn at me?
I did. The
Making
driver's
this more
meeting is going
difficult.
on right now, so it doesn't matter.
How is it? Are they discussing anything of importance?
Not really. Just talking about stages and stuff like that right now. And how to keep your conversations till after the race. Pit road penalties will not be waived.
Ooh. Really?
And that's it. They're wrapping it up. We're going racing here. So, that brings us to the start of the race here. From Watkins Glen, New York. This is actually a beautiful track. It really is.
Oh, I mean, listen, Watkins Glen is a beautiful place. If you've ever been to Watkins Glen, there's absolutely nothing to do in Watkins Glen.
No.
Other than watch a race and get really, really drunk. But that's about it. But remember, folks, this is a counterclockwise racetrack. So we pit on the right side second. You pit on the left side first. And the fuel tank is flipped around on these race cars, the filler neck. So when they come out on pit road, you'll see the fuel guy come out on the right side of the car instead of the left. So what that actually does for a lot of teams is it messes with their rhythm. You see a lot more mistakes at Watkins Glen than you do anywhere else on the circuit. And that is a fact that Randy Pepper will agree with.
Yes, I can totally agree with that. And I'm trying to think about years gone by when the teams actually put the fuel, hole or whatever you want to call it, nozzle, on the wrong side of the car. And the crew had to go around the car to put the gas on the wrong side.
I've definitely seen it. I just can't remember who did it. I know it was one of the lesser funded teams.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I was trying to think who it was too, and it has been in the Cup Series. It's happened before. Many years ago.
It's happened before, and it'll happen again.
Yeah. So we'll have to. We got plenty of time for us to go through the lineup of how they'll stack up tonight, because it takes a long time to go around this track before you even go to get the green flag. Field will roll off pit road and head towards the track for tonight's festivities.
Our onboard cameras tonight, presented to you by the Guitar Act, are as follows. Austin Reedy's going to have the roll by the top of the race car camera. Richard Swaverly does as well. Go a little bit further back in the field. Tony Kivett also has one. Then we go to the inside of the car. Going to have Scott Phelps with the one on the roof. All the way up here, your leader, Kyle Benson, your pole sitter, has one on the roof of the car as well. On the inside of the car, Kyle Benson also has one on the dashboard. Wyatt Brackett has one on the dashboard. Charlie Harcum has one on the dashboard. And then, looking off the left side behind the driver's side, you're also going to have Charlie Harcum, Casey Soch, Tyler Murray, Dylan Hastings will all have those cameras. And then looking at the driver, there it is. Dylan Hastings has one. Charlie Harcum as well. Richard Swaverly and Kevin Delia all have the looking at the driver cameras. We'll be looking through those throughout a lot of the evening tonight. But Randy Pepper, let's get this starting lineup down the field. Starting on your pole this evening, Kyle Benson in second, Austin Reedy third, Zach Wilson fourth, Eric Schaefer fifth, Cody Kinsey sixth, Richard Swaverly seventh, Joe Sanchez eighth, Kevin Delia ninth, Jesse Prees 10th, Wyatt Brackett back at 11th, Chris Bishop 12th, Brandon Banks 13th is going to be Charlie Harcum, 14th Tony Kimmett, 15th Casey Soch, 16th Scott Felt, 17th Kip Easley, 18th Tyler Murray, 19th Dylan Hastings, 20th Matt Grenier, 21st Michael Newbrow, 22nd Daniel Holdcroft, 23rd Jason Hastings, 24th James Kunkel, 25th is going to be Michael Newbrow, 25th is going to be Danny Shepard, 26th Ray Rogers, 27th David Brackett, 28th Jeremy Banner, and 29th will be Brady Cox lining up at the back of the field this evening.
And we'll watch the back of the field to see how many of those guys actually make some moves from the back of the field. That's what we look for, our ringers of the night, to see if anyone has something back there they did not show in qualifying. So green flag is already out. We've got green flag racing already. Just like that, the pace car pulled off, and here we go down to turn number one. With Reedy on the outside, Reedy looking to try to make a move, and automatically Reedy jumps out there to the front. And how long can he hold on to it? It's going to be a tough situation out there as he's already under fire. Wilson had started in third. He's already been picked off.
Car around Jason Hastings in the wall. Jason Hastings has gone around. A lot of damage on the number 49. Jeremy Banner in the 9. Also, another wreck up in front of him. The 7 of Dylan Hastings is around, and the caution is out here at the Watkins Glen International Raceway.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. The cautions are on.
I'm really surprised that the caution was thrown for that. I'm going to assume it's because the S's were blocked.
Yeah, it had to be. Field will run themselves back to the line and wait for the pace car to come out. We're going to have a lot of time to talk about a lot of stuff tonight, folks. So we'll probably talk a little bit about Christmas coming up, maybe some Hanukkah stuff, just the holidays in general, because we've got them coming up, and there's a lot of stuff that's got to be talked about. There's not a lot of NASCAR talk, unfortunately, other than Jeffrey Earnhardt getting a full-time ride in the Xfinity race. And he announced that today, so that's good news for Jeffrey Earnhardt. Our old buddy John Mays probably is happy about that.
Also, the announcement made today that the SRX series is going to be moving to Thursday nights on ESPN, as ESPN looks to revitalize Thursday Night Thunder.
Yeah.
Thursday Night Thunder was a thing back in the 90s. It was amazing.
It was dirt racing.
I can't wait for that. Thursday Night Thunder is back. It's been 20 years in the making.
That was the first time I ever saw Jeff Gordon race.
Also, another announcement made on December the 1st. Officially, NASCAR and Goodyear extended with a multi-year deal to race the Goodyear Eagles in the top 3 series in NASCAR. Hoosier will continue to give tires for, I believe, the Menard series.
Yeah, the ARCA guys.
Yeah, I believe it's still going to be Hoosier moving forward for now. There's rumor that Firestone could be trying to get into Hoosier to try to wiggle themselves in there with NASCAR. But since 1954, NASCAR vehicles have all had Goodyears on them, except for the tire wars in the 80s.
You remember those tire wars?
I don't remember the tire wars because I was not alive
you
yet.
weren't around. That's right, you weren't around.
The tire wars caused the death
remember.
of a few drivers.
They did, and
Yeah.
I also will tell you some crazy stories about some tire wars. Now, you're a die-cast guy. You like die-cast.
I do.
Well, back in the day, the manufacturers of the die-cast weren't sure who had what tire was on the car. So you'd buy these cars like Jeff Bodine. Say Jeff Bodine, you got his car, and he's a Goodyear guy. You open the die-cast, and you look at it, it's got Hoosiers on it. So you'd have cars that have Hoosiers on them by mistake, and these cars automatically became very collectible because of having the wrong tires in the car. So,
Yeah, I actually have a Dale Earnhardt car with Hoosiers on it.
yeah, see, that's valuable.
Very.
Yeah.
It cost me a pretty penny.
I'm sure it did. Although
wasn't-
back in the
it
80s, we
wasn't
didn't have
cheap.
action. We only had racing champions back then. You didn't have action performance.
Yeah, we had people who actually... Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Anyways, 3 laps are down out of 72. If we continue this trend of cautions, we should be done about 1:30 tonight.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 1:30, we should be out of here. Hopefully, they somehow don't bring out the caution that much. I'm hoping.
So, Kevin Harvick is really making Stuart Haas concerned right about now.
There he is.
Going into February, he will know by Daytona whether next year will be his final year or not. He's not sure.
I'd say it's time.
I think it was time 5 years ago.
He's still a consistent top 15 car.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. He's won races. He's still winning races.
Well, Randy Pepper, speaking about fantastic things and interesting things happening, the Croatian team lost to Argentina 3-0 in full time, allowing Argentina to move to the finals of the 2022 FIFA World Cup.
Wow. You know, I could have taken pictures with some of those players yesterday. They had giant statues of those players from all the different teams in the World Cup. And I was going to take pictures of them, but I didn't know who was famous and who wasn't. So I backed off. I'm just not a big soccer person, as they call football over the pond, but I still call it soccer. Because football is for guys playing with the pigskin, not the round ball.
Randy Pepper, you want to go through the sports scores right now?
Well, we actually, what turn are we on now, right?
We're still in the front. They're still in the front half of the racetrack.
All right, good. All right, go ahead, man.
We have 12 NHL games going on right now, about half of them in the third period, about another quarter of them in the second period, and then a few of them in the first period. The Boston Bruins host the New York Islanders here tonight. 3-3 tie going into the third period. The LA Kings travel to Buffalo, where right now in the third period, the Buffalo Sabres lead the LA Kings 1-0. The Sabres looking for their 13th win on the season and maybe a shutout against the Kings tonight. On the flip side, for the Carolina Hurricanes, they travel to Detroit to try to get their 16th win of the season. The halfway through the third period, it is now 1-0 Hurricanes. They scored early in the first, and they haven't been able to put anything else in since. We go down to Florida, where the Florida Panthers host the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Panthers lead 3-0 on the Blue Jackets in the third period. We go over to New Jersey, where the Devils host the Stars, and the Stars lead 2-1 in the third. Down in Tampa Bay, the Lightning are opening a can of whoop-ass on the Seattle Kraken. It is 5-1 in the third period. The Maple Leafs doing the same thing to the Ducks up in Toronto, 6-0. The Oilers and the Preds, 4-2 in the second period. The Knights and the Jets, 2-1. The Capitals, 1-0 over the Blackhawks in the first. The Flyers and the Avs, 0-0. halfway through the first period. And the Coyotes and the Sharks start at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And they will be in San Jose, available on the NHL Power Play and ESPN Plus networks.
Green flag is out, and here we go back to green flag racing. Hopefully we're going to get it all the way around the whole track this time. That was it.
That's
that was
perfectly timed.
Yeah. Reedy just got right on it, and he jumps out to about a 3-car length lead over Benson. And back behind Benson, you got Schaefer and Wilson. And Wilson's under fire once again. Wilson was under challenge by Kinsey, and now Sanchez starting to make some moves back there as well. So we're going to watch Sanchez. Sanchez has been very good on the roundies, but let's see if he can go the lefty-righties tonight. This is the challenge for a lot of these guys. A lot of the guys will, a lot of leagues, guys won't even show up for these races because they have to turn the wheel the other direction. And tonight we got quite a few drivers out here. We got, it looked like Schaefer is going real wide. Real wide, but back behind them, it looks like everyone is staying in line. We may have a single file conga line already forming tonight.
Yeah, we're already starting to see the single file around here at the Watkins Glen International Raceway. The top 5 separated by about a second and a half. Or I'm sorry, 4 seconds right now. That's not good.
Oh, just had a little hiccup. That's all. It's all good.
We go back through the field. We don't have any battles happening at all right now.
It's like I said, you got a conga line. Everybody's just kind of staying in line. Probably trying to warm those tires up and just to figure out what they're actually got, what kind of car they actually have tonight. Which might be a smart thing because, these guys don't want to race to 130 either. Their moms might get mad at some of them.
Yeah, we have 3 stages tonight, folks. Per usual here on Tuesday nights, Tuesday Night Racing League. 176 miles, 72 laps, 20 laps in the stage 1, 45 set stage 2, 5 sets of tires, 100% fuel. It's 1:30 in the afternoon here on October the 11th of 2022. It's 84 degrees, 70% humidity, a 4-mile-an-hour wind out of the north-northwest here in Watkins Glen, New York.
130, that means we're in Australia. Just kidding. Watching Charlie Harcum make its way around the track. That blue and white. Number 28. Richard Swavely trying to track down that 53 in front of him. Swavely kind of falling back a little bit. Not having a good night. This is the first time we've actually seen Richard Swavely run a road course. We've only seen him run pretty much the roundy tracks. So we're getting to see whether he could drive the lefty-righties. Goes up the hill. Richard working on the back bumper of that Delilah car. As he's falling back now, he's I guess Richard's now trying to figure out whether he has a car. He's going to look to the inside, going to try to get something happen there, and try to run that corner. But no, doesn't have anything for Delilah. And he better watch out because he's got that 10 behind him right now. Looks like Brackett's right behind him, one of the Brackett drivers. And Swavely's pulling down, and it looks like he's not sure what Richard is doing back there. And Brackett will go right around him. Brackett now will set sail trying to get a hold of Delilah. That may be the best battle on the track right now. Is watching Brackett. Because Brackett seems like he's on the move, dude. Nick, what do you think? I guess Nick is out of the booth for a second there. Probably blowing his nose. They have to turn number 10. Off of 10, they'll head down a little short shoot here and head to number 11 as we look at that battle of bracket, trying to catch up to the 53. Go through 11. We'll drift off. Brackett has definitely got a car here. Makes his way into 12 and pulled down to the bottom of the track. He'll let it drift off, and he'll try to suck up to the back of the 53. Adila. And
I'm
there
back in
you
the
are.
booth, yeah.
All right, good. Good. You had to blow your nose, didn't you?
I did. I had to blow my nose.
I think you got a good battle here, Nick. You Brackett in that number 10 is making some moves. Looks like he may be one of the fastest cars in the track right now.
No, right in front of him. Look at the 53, all squirrely.
That's not going to help his cause to try to stay away from him.
No, it will not. We had a pretty big... Was this an incident, or was this just everybody driving off the track here? Hold on. I don't know what it was. Tyler Murray just went around, though. We'll take a look and see what happened to Tyler Murray. Right here in the 16. He going through the... Ooh, there he goes around. Oh, no, into the wall. No, what a good save by the 16. Good save by the 16 of Tyler Murray.
Yeah, absolutely. No touch, no foul. So 10 laps are down at 72. We've got a long ways to go to the end of this race, folks. So since we've got a little bit of time here, let's talk about Christmas. And Christmas movies, to be exact. Now, Nick, what is your favorite Christmas movie of all time?
Die Hard. No, I'm
Okay,
kidding.
so
the Santa Claus.
the Santa Claus?
Yep.
The movie-
Anything. I love anything Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. I was going to say it's Tim Allen. So, top movies. They did the IMDb did their list of the top 100 movies of all time. What do you think was the top movie of all time?
I had no idea.
It's a Wonderful Life, 1946.
Never seen it.
It's a great family movie. I haven't seen it in many years. Hey, we got a good battle. There's Brackett diving to the bottom of Delia. And he'll make that pass. So once again, he is probably the guy in the move. So we'll keep an eye on that as we talk about the top Christmas movies of all time. So top movie was It's a Wonderful Life. Great movie, it really is. I haven't seen it in many years, but I do remember it was a very good movie. Now your joking choice actually is number 2 on the list. Die Hard is the second most popular movie of all time. Number 3 is A Christmas Carol. Have you ever seen that?
No.
No, never seen that either. Number 4, Home Alone, the original, not
Yes.
number 2, number 3. The one where they leave Kevin behind. Have you seen the commercial that's out right now where they have the lady that was in A Christmas Carol who played the mom, and she's like looking in the department store and she's going, Kevin! Kevin! And then Kevin Hart pops up. You seen that?
Yes.
It's pretty fun. Number 5 was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You ever seen that?
Yes.
Probably. Okay, you have seen that. All right. Number 6 is my favorite movie of all of them, besides some Die Hard. Die Hard is one of my favorites as well. But number 6 actually is A National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. How can you not like this movie? I mean, come on. The one-liners in this movie are worth the price of the ticket right there. I mean, Cousin Eddie, as he's sitting there unloading his clogged line from his RV in the front lawn, and the neighbor looks at him and goes, hey, what are you doing? The pooper's clogged. basically his line. Also, the other one in that is when Clark's wife is telling Clark that Cousin Eddie's out of a job again because he's holding out for upper management. Do you have a friend? Anybody get those friends that say, "Oh, I'm holding out for upper management," just to become unemployed because they want to be unemployed? Yeah, you can relate to that, right, Nick?
Say yes.
No, you can't relate to that. You have a job.
No, I really can't.
You see, we have a new leader on the top of the field here, Schaefer and Sanchez. We knew Sanchez was going to be a force to be reckoned. Well, actually, our scoring is wrong.
It's just the scoring going.
What's going on with the scoring?
Scoring has a stroke every about 15 minutes.
I'm like looking at this. I'm going, what happened here? How did Reedy and Benson get knocked off? But no, they're still there. Wilson and Schaefer and Sanchez still running fifth. So he had to. Whoa! Look at that! Our leader.
Oh, the 96 is around. He just Jeff Gordoned himself.
Oh my gosh!
Let's see what happened here.
He just got loose.
He chased it all the way down, too. He was real loose, almost saved it. He drifted it about 3/4 of the way around that corner. That was pretty intense there. He almost saved it.
I just wonder if he stayed in it. He might have saved it. What do you think?
I think he might have.
Yeah, I'm thinking he could have drifted that thing. Well, that allowed Benson just to kind of run away all by himself. So Benson can run out this. If he runs the way he's running, he can basically win this stage with no problem at all. If Reedy stays where he's at, he'll easily win or take second for the stage.
Hey, Randy,
the rest of the
you were in charge for like 2 minutes.
Okay. So Benson out all by himself. Reedy is all by himself. Wilson and Schaefer. Different story. These guys are running nose to tail back there. Then you got nose to tail back there with Schaefer and Kinsey. They're running close together. Also, Brackett and Delilah. Delilah actually lost the spot to Brackett. So Brackett, who we've been watching, or we were watching for a while, looks like he's going to be a contender maybe later on towards the end of this race. Maybe. We'll just have to watch. Although, here we go. Delia got back around him again. So they got a good battle back there. I don't have control of the camera, so I can't go back there to show you folks. But I'm just telling you what I'm watching back there. We're watching Reedy to see if he can catch up to first place. He is way. He's got a long ways to go. He's hopping the corners. He is trying, though. You can see he's doing everything he can to catch back up. And sometimes that can be a problem. When you're that far back and you're trying to catch up and get your momentum back up after it was so good for so long. I mean, he was out front for basically 15, or not 15, but 13 laps. And now he's the one who's on the chasey. He's being the chasey. It's on the chase to get back to Benson. And he's a long ways from home. And that difference of seconds is not changing. Still 7.88 back. So, got a long ways to go. Long ways to go, and not a little short time to get there. So, anyways. So, here we are in the TNR series on the Ghostfire Media Network on this Tuesday night edition of the racing and the TNR. I was going to say the show because that's what I used to say on the air. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the show, and it's not a show. Well, it is a show. I guess you want to. People like to say this racing is a show in itself, and I guess you can consider it a form of a show. It's entertainment. It's taking up your time, and we hope it is taking up some of your time. I know a lot of these guys will watch this back tomorrow and see what they did right and what they did wrong. But right now we see Benson stretching his advantage. Stretching that advantage almost 8 seconds. Actually, it is about 8 seconds now. Reedy is losing ground. About 2 seconds back. He's got Wilson and Schaefer back there. And we'll look at that battle as well. Actually, that's the 69 of Benson making his way around some slower cars. It's almost like an Eric Carmen song. People were like, who is Eric Carmen? Eric Carmen used to play with a band called the Raspberries. He had a song back in the day. Actually, one of the voice contestants actually missed the finals doing this song. It was called All By Myself. And that's pretty much what he is. Which I was kind of shocked. I don't know if anybody watched this or not. They had a little controversy on The Voice because of the judges. They said they knocked out the wrong contestants. They didn't have anything to do with it. It was the fan vote that knocked out the judges or the contestants. And personally, I will agree with most of them. Being a professional musician, I listen to all these performances, and I think the girl that actually used the song All By Myself by Eric Carmen, I think was a bad choice. And most of the other performances in the finals there, the finalists or semifinals, I guess it was. They didn't make the finals, but they made the semifinals, and I would say they were a little pitchy. There were spots in there that I didn't agree with, so they didn't make it because they weren't good enough. And that's just the bottom line, because I said so. As we watch that 69 of Benson just flawlessly go around the track. Actually, he must have slowed down. Either that or Reedy actually is turned up the wick a little bit, because Reedy is less than 7 seconds back now. 19 laps out of 72 are down. Benson makes his way up the track and just kind of cruise control. I bet you Benson actually gained on him with that when he had to pass that slow car. Drives that one a little deep. Oh, sorry. That's what happens when you pull double shifts. Actually, this is my third shift today. And yellow is out. That will be the end of the first stage. That will end it. And Benson will easily win that one. Didn't have any challenge at all, because into the stage there, he's all by himself. Reedy was trying to reel him in, but unfortunately, he did not do it. You all right there?
Oh, I'm
Nicholas?
slowly dying.
Slowly dying. You know, one thing I've noticed tonight that I'm used to hearing you say, I haven't heard it tonight. Dog won't shut up. The dog is not barking tonight.
No, the dog is being all right so far.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, Nick, what did you ask your wife for Christmas?
Silence.
Science! I kill you. Silence. That's funny. A little bit of time so you can play more games.
No. Yes, of course. Of course. No, I asked for more time.
More time. Yeah, I would like to. I'd like there to be some more time in my life. Definitely. I've got so many things going on in my life. This week will be and actually not too bad of a week. I actually only have one gig to do this week, so that's not bad for me. But I do have other things on the plate this week. This week I will play Friday night with a band called the Psycho Magnets, and then Saturday night we're headed out to Sir Henry's Haunted Christmas. Which, folks, if you don't know what this is actually scare, just like a haunted house, based around Christmas. They have 2 haunted trails that you go through, all based around scary things for Christmas. And a lot of people, they come demented because I do this, but I love to do it. I actually went to the Krampus house at Universal yesterday. They have it's not a house, but it's actually a gift shop that's based all around Halloween, 365 days a year. And they have Christmas Halloween crossover merchandise. Some really cool stuff. A Haunted Family Christmas shirt was what I was looking at. I like that. Instead of Griswold, it's Haunted. You have the station wagon with a guy with a knife out the side of the car. Nick, will they pit? They will pit.
Yes,
Here they come.
Of course they will. They're going to run into each other on the pit, by the way, too.
Yeah, I see that. Here they come down to the attention of their pit crews. Nice and smooth, boys. Nice and smooth.
That's what I would say. Nice and smooth. Be careful.
That's right. Rico Suave. That's a little bit of a 80s trivia there for you, Nick. Rico Suave. If you don't know, folks, Nick is like a savant.
Oh, am I? What, am I an idiot savant?
No, you're like the guy that knows a lot of stuff that most people don't know, and you're like 26 years old.
What are you trying to know?
Exactly. I just said, I asked, do you know Rico Suave?
Yeah, of course. I think everybody knows Rico Suave.
Really? What is it? I'm asking you. What is Rico Suave?
Huh? Well, Randy, do you know when the first NASCAR Cup Series race happened at Watkins Glen International Raceway?
No, I don't know. Why don't you tell me that? That's
1957.
57?
1957. Do you know who sponsored that race?
Depends.
Go Bowling.
Go Bowling. They were around back in 57?
Yep.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
No. Yeah.
The first race was in 1957. But there was no sponsor.
No sponsor?
No sponsor.
Trojan won the thing back then? The Trojan 37. Brought to you here at Watkins Glen.
Did you know between 58 and 63 we didn't race at Watkins Glen?
No, I did not know that.
We came back in 64 and 65, and then we weren't here again from 66 to 85. We've been here since 1986, ever since.
Wonder what the fallout was. What was wrong with the track during
I'm
those
not
years?
sure. But when we came back, we did it was a 2.4 mile racetrack. At that point, there was no inner loop. The chicane. So it was just that backstretch, straight backstretch into that right-hand turn.
Wow, that must have been a very fast turn coming down to get down on that one. They probably had some calamity, and that's why they put the chicane in.
The reason is because there were several crashes at the end of the loop. During the 1989 Budweiser at the Glen, Jeff Bodine blew a tire at the end of the backstretch. He broke into a hard spin and sailed straight off the track, crashing headfirst into the barrier. In 91, during the IMSA Camel Continental 8, Tommy Kendall's Intrepid RM1 prototype crashed in the loop, severely injuring his legs. 7 weeks later, NASCAR Winston Cup driver J.D. McDuffie died in an accident at the same time in the 1991 Budweiser at the Glen.
Yep.
So before 92, NASCAR officials got with track officials, and they designed an inner loop.
That was a smart thing to do.
Saved a lot of lives.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, I do. I remember that day J.D. McDuffie died. You weren't alive, but I do remember it. I'm old as dirt. All right, Nick. Call them as they come off the come to the line here. Give them your road course specialty.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Back green flag race to the Watkins Glen Raceway. Kyle Benson's going to lead Austin Reedy. Reedy on the outside down into turn one. He's going to outbrake him hard on the brakes into turn one. He's going to take the outside lane of the line in the first corner. He's not going to get there, but he's going to try to get the momentum up, down through turns 2, 3, and 4. To the right, now to the left, back to the right again here at Watkins Glen. They speed up, they head up the hill to the backstretch here at Watkins Glen. Kyle Benson's going to be your leader.
Kyle Benson actually resumed his position. Kind of shocked at that because I thought Reedy was the man who was the fastest on the road course, but he has not shown that so far. It looks like Benson learned something while he was all by himself out there, Nick.
He definitely did while he was behind him. We're going to keep an eye on this. Zach Wilson behind Austin Reedy now.
Battle there. Wilson right behind him. Did Wilson find something to catch up to Reedy? I don't know, and I don't believe so. I think they're gonna separate themselves 3 cars wide there as they make their way down across the line and complete lap 25. He's going to overbrake. He's going to outbrake him there. That allowed Reedy to catch up just a tad, but it wasn't enough. Trying to track down Benson. Oh, Benson got a little sideways there.
Real sideways there. Going to allow Austin Reedy to get closer. Zach Wilson a little bit closer. Joe Sanchez not far behind them. Zach Wilson was a force at the earlier road course this season. See if he can do it again this time.
Trying to reel him in as they all go a little bit wide that time. Reedy getting ever so slightly just a little closer to the back end of that number 96 of Benson. Benson runs a turn a little wide that time and bring him down to the stripe. A complete lap 26. Benson down in turn number 1. Hard on the brakes, but once again, Reedy drives a little harder into the turn. He's stalking that number 69. It's kind of funny because the two cars are 69 and 96.
They're also teammates.
They're teammates, but it's just kind of funny that you see the opposite numbers.
Same paint job too. It's just reverse.
Reversed. Yep.
Kyle Benson continues the lead here. 26 out of 72 laps complete here at the Watkins Glen International Raceway. We're going to go get a commercial in really quick. We'll be right back here in the Ghostfire Media Network.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm gonna show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're gonna become a chick magnet. The ladies are gonna love you. Your kids are gonna think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go to guitaraddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitaraddict.com. Back here at Watkins Glen International Raceway with the leader still Benson, leading his teammate by just about one car length over Reedy. Right behind him, Reedy's just kind of following in his footsteps, and it's a little loosey-goosey there, as well as Wilson back there behind them. Wilson has lost a little bit of ground to the leaders, back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car lengths back, and then it's another 3, 4, almost four car lengths back to Sanchez back there. Maybe now it's about 5. Looking at it better.
Yeah, Wilson is starting to fall back. Sanchez is starting to fall back. It's turning back into a 2-horse race again at the front between Reedy and Benson.
Looks like these guys practice a lot more than anybody else. Or maybe they're just road course guys. Some people just excel at road courses, or some people just do not. Like I said, lefty-righty. Some people like the lefty-righty thing. Some people do not. Some people hate restrictor plate races. Some people love them. Some people like short tracks. Some people don't. And you can tell when you go to these tracks and you see a guy that runs really good on like a mile and a half, and the next week you see him in a short track and he runs terrible, or a road course or whatever. You can tell those are the guys that like a certain style of track.
Those are the guys that will never win a championship because they don't know how to do it all.
Yeah, adapt. And also a lot of those guys, a lot of times you see guys like that, they're not looking for that. They just want to win. One, 2, 3, or 4 races, whatever they can do. Just want to say they want to race. I'm going to look here back at something while I'm here. Speaking of people looking back at Ray Rogers, excuse me. Let's call him Roy. Ray Rogers in the 51 back there. He won the first race of the season, and now he's all the way back. Did not even qualify. Running back there in 21st. He started 26th on the field. So he has made up some ground, but you can tell this is not his forte. You can tell he's not a road course guy by any means. Also, the 7 back there, you're watching him, Dylan Hastings. Hastings are used to seeing up towards the front of the pack, and he's another one that is running towards the back of the pack. I guess 18th is not really the back of the pack, but it is definitely not the front. as
No,
we
there's
used
29
to.
drivers. He's currently 18.
Yeah. So, yeah. So the CDC is recommending that people start wearing a mask again, by the way, so you don't get sick like Nick has.
I think everybody should anyway.
They do in Japan. I can tell you what, it was no fun wearing a mask during the Universal days when it was hot. Didn't mind it during the winter time. I don't mind wearing a mask one bit. Keeps my nose warm. And how cold is it up where you're at there, Nick?
It snowed the other day. It's about 28 degrees.
Oh, gosh. You poor thing. Gosh. It's like 72 outside right now. And I'm freezing. We're supposed to have a cold front come through down here on Thursday. They said it might go down to 50. I hope not. Because if it goes down to 50 and I got to do the Sir Henry's Haunted Trail on Saturday, that means it's going to be cold out there. I don't want to do that. It's not fun. Just watching Benson run away from the field right now. Actually, we're watching Wilson running all by himself back there. Zach Wilson in that 17. Always like that car. The colors of that car are really cool.
It's very pretty.
Vibrant.
It's very, very pretty.
It's a vibrant colors.
One of my favorite cars on the track.
Yeah, I would agree. Totally. A lot of people, I remember back in the day, you know, if you had pink on your car, they would, oh my God, you got a pink car. I'll tell you what, pink, it looks good on a race car. Pink is a good color for a car. It's very vibrant, very colorful. You can see it. You can't miss it. And he's got yellow on there as well. Yellow, green, and pink. I mean, how can you miss that car? Stands out. Nothing wrong with standing out, folks. Nothing wrong with it. Especially in a race car.
13 laps remaining here in stage 2. I was about to say 8, but no, it's 13.
13, lucky number 13. Just letting the cars run their way around the track now, waiting for a little action to happen. Right now, it's just kind of stagnant. Everybody's just kind of running their own race. Nobody's making any moves on each other. As we were talking a little bit about Christmas earlier, you know, there are a lot of people are going to get stuff, you know, for the holidays. And
well, Randy, what are you getting your wife?
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know.
Christmas is in 12 days.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll get her, I don't know, a new washing machine, vacuum cleaner. That's going to get a new iron.
What is it, 1952?
You know, I have a friend of mine. You know what he bought his wife for Christmas?
What?
A treadmill.
You know what he's getting for New Year's?
Nothing.
A divorce lawyer.
Oh boy. Yeah, so that's what.
Is he trying to tell her she's fat?
I don't know. I was like, oh, dude, I don't think that was a good idea. Oh boy. wrong Christmas gift to not get your wife for Christmas? Treadmill?
A diet
Vacuum
plan?
Yeah, a subscription to Weight Watchers. Oh, go
Here,
low.
Merry Christmas, honey. Here's a Jenny Craig subscription.
It's like the Jelly Roll of Mother Clark. It's a gift that keeps on giving all year long. Oh, yeah. You don't want any of the gifts I recommended. Please don't. Don't trust me. Those aren't good gifts to give to your wife.
But actually, you could get your wife a special friend.
You could. You could go to adamandeve.com.
We're not sponsored, by the way. Just that's Randy Pepper's personal website. He just loves going there.
You said you could get your wife a friend. You're not gonna. Well, you could go online and for 50 cents a day, you can. An Ethiopian kid. Be pen pals for the rest of your life. You ever watch that episode of South Park when they found out that Sally Struthers was invading on the food for the Ethiopian kids?
We have lost the plot.
Oh boy. Sorry. Bad things to talk about, I guess.
We've lost the plot.
The plot. No, things to get for your wife for Christmas, please. So, actually, the Adam and Eve thing is probably not a bad
If it
thing.
rotates and vibrates, she'll be happy.
She'll be happy completely. Oh. And it's not a jackhammer that you put on a race car, trust me.
Oh my God. Yeah, if it vibrates and rotates, she'll be happy.
Yeah. Oh boy. So, if you're listening to this and you're listening to our ideas, we may be onto something here for you. So, if any shops that do carry these type of toys want to sponsor the TNR series, we'd love to talk about your products on the air.
Ghostfire Media brought to you by Adam and Eve.
Absolutely. Sponsored by Lion's Den.
Ghostfire Media brought to you by Peter Long's Long Dong Emporium.
Oh, boy. You never know, Nick. That could be our calling. By the way, if you'd like to check out my OnlyFans site, or demonstrate all these products for you.
Randy Pepper is Peter Long's #1 customer over at Peter Long's Long Dong Emporium and Wacky Waitable and Flailing Our Flailing Tube Man website.
Hey, I will tell you this. I do have a friend that actually has an OnlyFans site, and he is endorsed by one of those companies, and he's endorsed by Gillette. So,
well, I mean, if you're gonna be showing up,
you better have the Gillette. Oh. Come on, Reedy, will you please catch Benson so we can talk about something here?
we gotta you gotta keep the canvas clean.
Yeah, come on, Reedy, come on, catch up to him. Come on, step on it. Maybe you need a Reedy's motor. Reedy actually is a motor company in RC racing. Makes some great motors for RC racing if anybody races RCs.
People actually race RC cars?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. It's very, very big. A very big following for those. Actually, I think they just got done running their snowbirds. which is one of the biggest races in the country. Kevin Harvick actually used to race RC cars. If you want to tie it back into NASCAR. Looks like that 4 evidently got a piece of something along the way. Back into that car is completely gone. I don't know where it happened, but it happened somewhere. Somebody rammed him up the back end. Or maybe he backed it into something. How many laps we got until the end of the stage? 40? We got to go to 40?
45.
45. Yeah, it's 45. Excuse me. So 6 more laps. Benson closes up ever so closely. Come on, Benson. Or Reedy. Come on, Reedy. You gotta catch Benson. Got it back there for a second. Backwards. Yeah, Nick, we got to reach out and get some sponsors. We need more sponsors to the TNR. We will have Pat Patterson on as a sponsor here shortly. He's working on his content for his commercial, so we will have the racing guy as a sponsor here shortly. It's not a paid sponsorship, it is a sponsorship. More of an endorsement. But at least that will have something going on there. Let's give them something to talk about. I think we've given them a lot to talk about tonight, don't you think so, Nick?
Yes. Randy, you know there's a business in South Carolina called Whaley's Private Parts in the Woods?
Oh, I did not know that.
Whaley's Private Parts
Did you
in the
stop
Woods.
there?
Bought a Christmas tree there in 1987. Got it home, I put it up, and I went, oh my God, that's not a Christmas tree!
Oh, then you found the wife. Your wife, like, saying,
I was hanging out with Robert Kraft last week. I went to a brand new... Have you? I was hanging out with Robert Kraft last week, Randy. You know where I went?
No.
A brand new nail and spa place. You want to know what it's called?
Yeah, what's the name?
It's it's the grand opening of Hand Job. It's actually a real place.
I believe it is.
I went to a wonderful store last week. You know what it was called?
No.
1 in a Million.
It's a taco place?
I went to a fish and chips place last week. It was called Frying Nemo.
Oh, God. That's bad. Oh, that's bad.
There's a new gym opening. It's called the G Spot. Oh, look, you found it.
Oh, look, I was just going to say something about it. I actually used to play a club called the G Spot.
Look, you found it.
Look, you found it. That's what we said. We're out in the middle of Lake County going, where the heck is this place? Oh, look, we found it.
It's the most elusive bar ever.
Absolutely.
Kyle Benson has dominated stage 2, 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go
He's
for
led.
Benson.
He's led since Austin Reedy spun out in turn 12, about 30 laps ago now.
Reedy actually had some damage, and that's why he just can't get things going like he was earlier. Or did Benson find the G spot and he's made everybody happy? I don't know. Benson's definitely on a tear. Although, look here.
He's about to
Benson's
put the
trying.
51 a lap down.
He's going to put somebody down a lap. Look at that. That could be a play. No. Darn it. I was hoping. That was Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? I don't know if anybody remembers Mr. Rogers or even cares to remember Mr. Rogers. Did you know he was a sniper in the Army?
Hold on, we're all listening to the Mr. Rogers theme.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Great. Look at the big story, actually.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Won't she be mine? Won't she be mine? That's what Reedy wants to be. He wants to become Benson's neighbor. He's tired of being behind him, living behind him. Now he wants to live beside him and maybe in front of him. But he's
Hey, Randy.
still... What?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood.
Absolutely. It is. As we continue to watch Benson.
Has anybody ever realized how creepy this song is?
Oh, absolutely.
It then goes, it's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please, won't you be my neighbor?
I want to know what a beauty wood is.
It's what he had. Never mind. Whoa, off the track in front of the leader.
That in itself is a line right there. Red flag. Hello. Oh,
I have
boy.
no more words.
I don't either, but you know the thing about it, those puppets. I wonder if they're ever going to come out and say he sexually harassed them. He stuck his hand where it didn't belong.
Hey, why are you putting your hand up there? I'm not a puppet.
Hey, this is a one-man job. Ah, boy. It's getting hot in here. I'll tell you what. I'm here through Thursday. I'll tell you what. My doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombots, you know him. Oh, boy. One more lap around this track, and we'll complete this stage here as Mr. Benson is all by himself, really. He's pulled away by a 1, 2, 3, 4 car lengths over Reedy. And then everything behind him is pretty much just all by themselves. So. And we'll look to see if the caution, there it is. Bingo. And now we'll bring out the caution and we'll stack them back up after they pit. And this looks like a perfect time to go to a commercial here. Nick, don't you think?
I think it does.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on GuitarAddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's GuitarAddict.com.
Well, good evening and welcome back to the TNR series on the Ghostfire Media Network. We're here at Watkins Glen Raceway, and we've got a runaway battle right now. Basically, thank God we're back under a stage caution because so far it's been nothing but Benson and Reedy running away from the field and leaving everybody else behind them to run neck and tail. No, not neck and tail, but toe to foot, toe to whatever. I don't know. Nobody's doing anything, unfortunately. There hasn't been a lot of action since the first stage. Would you agree there, Nick?
No. No, you are right. There has not been.
And they're following the pace car right now. And what kind of car is that pace car?
That's a Porsche.
It is a Porsche, isn't it? Porsche 911. Why do we have a Porsche as a pace car for a NASCAR race?
Because it's a road course.
Still,
Road
Porsche is
courses usually have sports cars.
yeah, but NASCAR doesn't have sports cars. Not that we're condoning the use of a fabulous car like a Porsche. You ever sat in a Porsche before? I'm asking you a question there, Nick. Have you ever sat in a Porsche?
Yes.
Did you fit?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
I don't fit in a Porsche. I sat in a 911. I was like, about killed me. I said, what the hell? I always wanted a Porsche. Told my wife, my midlife crisis, I'm going to buy myself a used Porsche. And I saw the used prices, and I said, heck with that. I'm not buying a Porsche at all. But I did sit in one, and I said, never mind. I don't fit in one of these things. So it's a good thing I don't fit in one of those things, so I don't have any fantasies about them. So now one day I hope to own a 1976 Buick LeSabre.
Huh.
No, I'm just kidding. Nobody wants to own a Buick LeSabre. No, I think if I had a fantasy car, I don't know, man, that'd be hard to think about a fantasy car. So I really don't have a fantasy car anymore. The Porsche was it. And I can't fit in my fantasy car. I don't know, maybe a 67 Nova? That'd be a kind of cool car to have. A nice old muscle car. Do we have a new leader? Or is that car just a lap dance? It's going to be a lap dance.
Benson is your leader.
Yeah. What if you look at there is a car in front of Benson right now. Almost looks like a Wonder Bread car, but it's not. All right, guys, it's the last stage. You gotta turn the wick up. I'm just telling you right now. If I was a coach right now, I'd be on the radio with these guys, telling these guys, turn it up. The fans are getting bored. You gotta start driving these things a little harder. Start spinning some people, or at least not spinning them, but loosey goosing them up and making some action happen. Otherwise, we're going to talk about go bowling. And when you said go bowling, I didn't even realize that was actually on the track as a sponsor already.
Yeah, go bowling.
Do people even bowl anymore?
Cousin, do you want to go bowling?
Yeah, I mean, do people bowl? I didn't think we even
Yes,
have a
people
bowling
bowl.
alley. Do they?
Yes.
I think we have one here. I don't even think, we had like 3 bowling alleys. I think they're all gone.
Yes, I think people still bowl.
All vying for the trophy, the Oral Moral trophy. He's one of the most famous bowlers of all time, Earl Morrall. Not to be confused with the Walking Dead's Earl. Or Merle. Merle. He was an evil character on The Walking Dead.
I never watched it.
It's a great show. It was. Around the track they go, behind the Porsche pace car. Yeah, if they Porsche wanted to get out there and race with these guys, they'd probably win the race with no problem. Even stock Porsche is probably faster than the NASCAR cars. And we know it handles a lot better than the stock cars.
Randy, a bicycle handles better than a stock car.
That's true. Skateboard.
You're in charge for a couple of minutes, Randy, all right?
Oh, gee, thanks. All right, pace car pulls off. We're going back to green flag racing. And just like that, Benson gets on the gas. Here comes Reedy going to try to outbrake him down into turn number 1. Will he? He will not. He will not win that battle. He'll have to fall back behind the number 69 of Benson. Benson pulls the car to the bottom of the track with Reedy falling back 1, 2, 3 car lengths back behind him. Then it's another 2 back to Sanchez, who Sanchez now finally becoming part of the picture. This last stage, we wondered if Sanchez was going to have something for these guys, and now he is turning up the wick, and he's right behind Reedy. As well as Beckett back there as well. Or Brackett, excuse me. I said Beckett. It's Brackett. Brackett, who was strong in stage number 1. Will he come alive here in stage number 3? Final stage of the night. Can Benson hold on for the last 24 laps? We will find out. One, two, three, 4 car lengths separate first from second, and that's another 4 back to Sanchez. And then from Sanchez back to Kinsey and Brackett is another 3 back to them. And those two are pretty much nose to tail right now. Benson brings the field up the hill into the chicane. They'll go through the chicane. They'll slide off of them, get and down into turn number 10 to bring it all the way to the bottom of the track and into 11. Actually, that is 10. That whole turn is 10. Now they'll head into number 11, bottom of the track, drifting out. And off of 12, they will come and back to the line to make it only 22 laps remaining tonight in the TNR series. Waiting for Reedy to make some moves, but so far Benson has just been so strong. I mean, there's really nothing anybody can do with him. And gets loose about the same place every time. Turn number 1, that car gets just a little out of shape. And I see one car back there. It looked like almost like, I thought it might have been Wilson, but it's not Wilson. It might have been Schaefer back there getting a little out of shape. We need to find out what happened to Wilson. Wilson has fallen off the pace here. Let's find out what happened here. Eight laps down. He was so strong there, and he's 8 laps down. Benson's now actually turning up the wick now. He's got over a second lead over Reedy. So Benson has just got better and better through this whole race. In this last stage, he's looking to dominate even more. He won stage 1 and he's won stage 2, and now he's looking to, with 21 laps left, and looking like he wants to win the whole thing. Their top 3 are just running away from the rest of the field. Not even waiting for anyone to come. They're just, we're done. We're out of here. We're not even going to make it a challenge for anybody. It's all about us not sharing a thing. Now you watch them go down the front straightaway. It's a two cars all by themselves. Sanchez is even falling out of the picture now already. With the holidays coming, I know a lot of people do go on vacation. And a lot of people do come to the Sunshine State where I'm located. Now is a great time to go if you get down here early. Tell you what, the theme parks, I was in Universal Orlando yesterday, and it was not a ghost town, but it was very pleasant. I got to ride all the rides I wanted to, didn't have to wait very long for any of them. And my daughter works at the House of the Mouse, and she's saying the same thing over there, the House of the Mouse. So if you can get down here to the state of Florida, into the Orlando area before the holidays kick in full gear, you got a good chance of not waiting very long to get on any rides or see any of the shows. So just putting that out for you, folks. Otherwise, I believe about a week and a half, those theme parks are going to be a madhouse. Totally mad. Actually, in years past, I mean, even with the pandemic thing going on, the theme parks were actually pretty full at this time of the year right now. I was kind of shocked that last year I was at Universal and the year before at Universal, and these same dates right now, there was a lot of people there. I had to wait a long time to get on rides, but not this year. I don't know if people were saving their money for presents, or they're just waiting on those till the last minute.
Randy,
maybe they're waiting for Nick to come back. Yes, sir.
We're a little bit behind here, but for the past, what is it now? Hold on. Give me 1 second. For the past 30 days, I'm sorry, not 30 days, 27 days? 24 days. MJF has been the AEW World Champion.
Yes, he has. And if you watch my latest Florida Fun and More video that just got posted up on YouTube, you will see a guy walking by me that I made reference to MJF about. Because MJF is the man right now. Probably one of the most talented wrestlers out there right now.
Should we talk about the lineage of the AEW World Championship really quickly while we wait to see if there's any action going on around this racetrack?
So we need to, can we go back and look at bracket? Let's go back and look at bracket. Yeah.
He's right there. Yeah, this battle is interesting. This battle could get spicy.
He got around. He actually got around Kinsey. And now he's, I'm looking to see if he can actually track down Sanchez. So that's where that's what I want to watch bracket for. But anyways, we can talk about AEW as we watch this.
I think thinks that the world title has been misused.
I think there's been a lot of things crazy about it because I don't think we should have had any interim champions.
I think they should have just fired CM Punk a long time ago and never hired the guy and put the world title on him, but you know.
I put a lot of faces in the on the product, so but now I think that's
he's a joke of a human being.
Oh, look at there. Kinsey's going
the
around.
93's around.
Oh, that'll end his run there. That sucks for him.
Take a look and see what happened to Cody Kinsey. It just stepped out. It just stepped out.
Yep. You can tell he's frustrated.
Very frustrating when that happens to you. Does Wyatt Brackett have anything for the top 3? Sorry about that. Does Wyatt Brackett have anything for the top 3?
I don't know. He is it looks like he is tracking down Sanchez. But he's still 3 seconds back behind him. Okay, you're in charge. I'll be right back.
I'm in charge. All right. Fine. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I can be in charge, I guess, for a little bit.
Yeah, you have to. I have to make a potty break.
Have fun. Well, Benson leads the way here. Kyle Benson, Austin Reedy, 1 and 2 again. Joe Sanchez in 3rd. Wyatt Brackett 4th. Richard Swaverly now in 5th. The battle for the lead is non-existent currently, but it's beginning to heat up a wee bit as Reddy gets a little closer. I'm looking through the field for you guys, and I currently don't see any battles around the racetrack. So we are actually going to go around the racetrack with these guys for a lap and just crank it up.
Reedy catching up to Benson? It looks like he may be closing.
Yeah, we're doing some crank it up, Randy. At least we were.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's been about a lap and a half, so get out of it. But the teammates are catching each other. Yes, it's gonna get interesting as the laps begin to wind down.
I hope so. "13 laps to go. Can he do it? Can he make this thing interesting?" We're hoping. Although he's losing ground again. It looked like he got a little bit sideways in one of those turns there. Yeah, he's losing ground. There's no doubt about it. And Brackett has lost ground to Sanchez, so that pretty much went out the window. So now it's just pretty much a single file race around the track. Schaefer actually's got a problem. 35 is Schaefer's falling off the pace big time. Not sure what happened there. He must have got loose, but he is falling off the pace. He was running up there in the top 10. Now he's falling all the way back there to 13th.
Well, Randy, he was catching him. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he lost his moment. It looked like he got a little bit loose. I just wonder what happened to Schaefer. Schaefer's running good there. Now he's all the way back to 13th. It looked like he got loose or something. There's no doubt about it.
He did. He definitely got loose.
Got loose. Maybe got out of it.
Want to take a look and see what happened to Eric Schaefer?
Yeah, let's find out.
35. Wait for it. Hold on. There goes the 35.
He got a piece of the wall. Oh no. Oh.
That hurt.
Yeah, that hurt a lot. I'm actually kind of shocked he's still hanging on to 13th. He's back to 14th now. This time around will be 10 laps to go once they come around across the line this time. And it looks like Reedy has turned the afterburners back on. Because now he's just a 0.4 back. Nick, you never did tell me what you're buying your wife for Christmas.
Oh, video games, sir. Video games.
That's what we buy our wives these days?
My wife and me are gamers. That's what we do. I stream on Twitch.
I know that.
It's my part of my secondary income. Like our lives are video games. We love video games. So yes, video games. That's what we buy each other for Christmas.
Now, do you buy like virtual games, or do you buy games like in hand?
It depends. Like there's one coming out for her birthday next year that's going to be like a deluxe edition, which will be a person, like a hand copy of it.
So what's a game that you got to have? What's the game that everybody wants right now? I need to know this type of stuff right now.
Huh? Sorry, say that again.
I said, what's a game that everybody wants right now? What's like a top game?
I don't know. I'm not like I don't really pay attention to what other people want. I know what I like, so
I know you like Grand Theft Auto.
that's what I stream as GTA roleplay, Randy. Get it right.
Well, okay, that's what you stream. And like, how many people watch this on your Twitch?
Me? Hold on. I'll tell you how many viewers I had this year. Let me look at my recap. I have 7,000 hours people have watched me this year. I had 155 new subscribers, 716 new followers, and 16,000 chat messages.
Huh. And you make income off of this.
Yeah. It's not major, but it's something.
Wow. Unbelievable. Playing video games. I always thought that was crazy because I had a guy that had a store down from me that actually had a Pokemon store, and he had his Twitch and stuff, and he was making, between his Twitch and his I think his YouTube channel, he was making roughly around 30 grand a year. So what? I'm in the wrong business.
You definitely are.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I keep trying to build up my YouTube channel, but
It takes time.
it's slow. Why do the shorts? Everybody watches the shorts and they don't watch the long form videos.
Because people have.
No attention span.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, 8 laps to go. Attention span. Trying to keep one lap around Watkins Glen. It's hard. Watching Sanchez run all by himself. And Benson once again has turned on the afterburners and is now pulling away from Reedy. So Joe Sanchez, if he continues on in third place, at least he'll have another podium, and we'll get to talk to him. Nick, can we go back to 8th place? 7th, 8th, all that area? Yeah. See if anything's happening back here with that 79 or 76 car, Kevitt, Banks, and Harkham up there. They're all within striking distance of each other. We haven't talked a whole lot about these guys tonight. So I figure we should go back and look and see what's going on. I see Jesse Prize back there. Jesse Prize by himself with Bishop right behind him. It's a battle back there for 8th. Actually, it's 7th, 8th, and 9th. Let's see if possibly that 54 can catch up to him. Banks trying to catch up to Kevitt. Kivett. I guess it's Kivett. And there it is right there. Banks will get around him. He made him a little mistake, so that will allow Banks to move into that 8th position.
Very late in the race to start making those types of mistakes, because you don't want to do that now because you don't have the time to get those back.
No, you can't. But the thing is, this long into the race, this time of night, your concentration starts going away. Some of these guys do have day jobs, and this time of night, it starts catching up with you. I'm actually kind of shocked at some of these guys that are actually, you know, Kivett actually, you know, he's part of the Drinking Brothers clan there, and as well as Banks is as well. Maybe they're drinking a little bit and they've had a hard day. I'm sure they come home from work and say, I need an ice cold beer, you know, or a shot of Jaeger, Fireball, something like that. You know, after a long day, you want that. Then you get behind the wheel trying to drive these cars, and, you know, after a while you get a little tired. Scrolling all through the field now as 5 laps remain. Your leader up there, and there's that number 7 of Hastings back there, 56. Newbraw. Back to our leader once again, Benson. All by himself.
You're not alone.
He's all by himself.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. Him and Reedy they're by himself. They've set themselves into a whole nother zip code. Before long, they're going to move to the Conch Republic, where they don't want to be part of anything anymore. There's 3.5 more times around the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Thank God the cautions were not on the rest of the night. Because every time like that, you know, every one of those spins would have brought out the caution probably, and we would have been here a lot longer than we actually have been. Although it seems like this race has taken a lot longer than I thought it did. Does it feel like we've been here a lot longer than an hour and 41 minutes?
Randy, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Favorite Christmas song? Christmas song. Song by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I can't remember the name of the song, but there's a song by them. Let's see if I can look it up while I'm sitting here. While you tell the people about the last couple laps here.
I know which one it is. Hold on, I'm playing it right now. Yeah, right?
Yep, exactly.
The one that goes, ding, fries are done, ding, fries are done. I gotta run, I gotta run. I work at Burger King making frame bread Whoppers. Do you want an apple pie with that? Do you want an apple pie with that?
And you know what? You'll hate me when I say this. I know the bass player in that band.
There it is! There it is! There it effing is.
I was talking to him the other day, in fact.
There it effing is.
Johnny Lee Middleton. Played with a band back in the 80s. Used to travel the Florida circuit. Lefty. He was a bass player for a Lefty for many years. And then he left and went and joined the band at Tampa. That was a huge band. No, I can't remember now. Never mind. But he played in a major band. Sabotage. There it is. Played in Sabotage, and then after Sabotage disbanded, he joined the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. So, 2 laps. 2 laps, Nick. Only 2 laps remaining.
Yeah, only 2 laps for go.
Yeah. we have a problem back there? No, we didn't. No, never mind. It's our scoring thing messing up again. Watch, I thought Brackett got knocked off the podium back there. It's great if you watching this and you're watching the scoring. Sometimes it does some crazy stuff. I don't know if Harcum actually did. Harcum did make up some spots though. So I guess Banks might have had a problem back there. Final lap around the Watkins Glen International Speedway, Raceway, whatever you want to call it. As we watch our leader, Benson, make his way to the start finish line for the last time. He'll come off of turn number 11 into 12, and there it is.
Kyle Benson will go home and win the Go Bowling 167 at the Glen. What a night. And he gonna burn it down right here.
Messed up the Go Bowling sign.
Can't believe he'd do something like that. That's terrible.
That's sacrilegious.
Joe Sanchez crosses the line in third. Cody Kinsey will come home fourth. Richard Swaverly will come home fifth. Wyatt Brackett sixth. Charlie Harcum will enter the final turn in seventh. He's going to get there. Brandon Banks will come around in eighth. Jesse Prees in the 00 in ninth. And Chris Bishop in 10th.
15 cars finished on the lead lap tonight. Well, not a bad number to finish. Actually, you finished on the lead lap tonight. All right, good for you. Glad to see you did that. What are these guys doing? Are they making some TJ smoke?
Yes. Next week we are here, and we are going to be at the Darlington Raceway. We are off the week after for Christmas. Next week we're at Darlington.
That'll be a good race.
Should be a good one.
Yeah.
Let's go down our official results for the evening before we bring our race winner in here. Me and Randy have to run. We only have time to do the race winner this week, but next week we'll get a couple of pre-race interviews in with Austin Reedy and Joe Sanchez. Your winner, Kyle Benson. Second place, Austin Reedy. Third, Joe Sanchez. Fourth, Cody Kinsey. Fifth, Richard Swaverly. Sixth, Wyatt Brackett. Seventh, Charlie Harcum. Eighth, Brandon Banks. Ninth, Jesse Prees. 10th, Chris Bishop. 11th, Tony Kivett. 12th, Tyler Murray. 13th, Dylan Hastings. 14th, Jeremy Banner. 15th, David Brackett. 16th, Michael Newbrow. 17th, Eric Schaefer. 18th, James Kunkel. We move down the list here, if I can make it do what I want it to do. 19th is going to be Ray Rogers. 20th, Scott Phelps. 21st is going to be Jason Hastings. 22nd, Daniel Holdscroft. 23rd, Kip Easley. 24th, Casey Soch. 25th, Zach Wilson. 26th, Dana Shepard. 27th, Kevin Delia. 28th, Matt Grenier. And 29th, Brady Cox. And let's get our winner in here for the evening. Let me find him. Where is our winner? Kyle Benson.
There he is. He's down in the Murray Ready.
Here he is.
3D team.
Kyle, it's Nick and Randy up in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, congratulations on a big win here tonight. It's a good way to get it going here at a road course. How did it feel?
Yeah, it felt pretty good. Felt, I had some close calls. My shifter damn near fell off my desk going on that second restart. But other than that, it was a lot of fun. Just having a great time. And, the track was definitely to my liking tonight. I wasn't used to the grip until, pretty late in the run. So, but overall, we were fast, man. It was a good 1-2 for me and Reedy tonight. And, I just had fun, man.
You said your shifter almost fell off. What kind of wheel and pedals and all that stuff are you using?
Oh, I just got the G27 Logitech, and I had it on my desk, and I tried to go in the second gear, and next thing you know, going to third, my shifter came down with me, so I was kind of freaking out after that. But I was lucky enough to put it back on the desk and drive away. But I just have this wheel and pedal set's probably ancient. It's probably like
I was gonna say that's old school, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty old, but it's gotten me through a lot.
Yeah,
So I'm not mad at it. As long as I'm nice to her, she'll be nice to me. So that's really pretty much it, man.
So when you were running second there and you saw Reedy, lose it, and then after that, it just seemed like you turned on the afterburners. Were you just kind of biding your time behind him when you were behind him?
Yeah, we just had a plan on just riding 1-2 till the stage, and then when he got loose, I just saw it as an opportunity and just started pushing it just a little bit more and more, and then we just wanted to run 2 and try to fight it out for the end, but ultimately in the end he blew his tires off and I drove away. But we just wanted to keep it, just we didn't want to try to push the issue. We didn't want to try to do all that stuff. We just wanted to make sure we were clean for the first 2 stages and then fight it out for the last stage.
You guys just kind of set your own zip code out there, so you really didn't have any challenges. It was just you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know it was gonna be this fast, and me and Reedy we've raced each other for a long time, and we know our strengths, and we knew coming in this week we're gonna be pretty fast, and and it feels good to win one, especially here, man. I haven't won here in a long time, and it feels good to finally win one at Watkins Glen. It's one of my favorite tracks, especially road course wise. I'm back home only about few hours away from it, so it's kind of a bit of a home track, if you would say it's for me, but it's just nice to get a win here.
I think if you wanted to make it interesting for the rest of us watching the broadcast, you should have fell back to 10th and then made your way back up to go through the field, so we at least could have watched that.
Yeah, well, I didn't think about it till now, so
oh well, if you watch the broadcast back, you'll see what we mean.
All right, I will definitely.
And we had a lot of time to talk about stuff just watching you guys run away from the field. What a great run watching you do it, man, and congratulations on the win tonight.
I appreciate it, man. I just want to give a shout out to Team More Designs and TJ's team. Great guys to be a part of. TJ's team's a great foundation to be a part of for pediatric cancer. And you guys for a broadcast, man. I liked watching it back. Watching it back after the race, man. So appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All right, no problem. And congratulations again. We'll see you next week at Darlington.
All right, appreciate it, man.
There we go. I had to move Kyle back up to his team.
I saw that.
Randy, it was a great night tonight. Again, we'll be doing some pre-race interviews next week to make up for the ones we missed tonight. We appreciate all you guys out there who watch Ghost Fire Media as we wound down 2022. We are excited to see we'll see what happens as we move into 2023. Randy, you have anything for the fans?
No, I'm all out. Folks, if you do need to buy a guitar for that special somebody before the end of Christmas season here, Hanukkah season, whatever, please check me out online at guitaraddict.com for all your guitar needs, and I'll ship it out to you as soon as possible. Anyways, from the Watkins Glen Raceway, I'm Randy Pepper. That's Nick Adams. Thanks for watching the Ghost Fire Media Network, and we'll see you next week here in the TNR series.
Thank you for watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.